Hello, I'm the Nostalgia Critic. I remember it so you don't have to. Well, it finally happened. I've been traumatized by the movie I just saw. A film so bad that my doctor tells me I may never speak again. What film brought me to such a speechless state? Well, let me tell you the story of a sauerkraut named Uwe Boll. He is being declared the new Ed Wood of the film world. A man who constantly keeps making horrible movie after horrible movie and yet somehow keeps making money. He mostly makes video game films like House of the Dead and Blood Ring. His gimmick is that he exercises German tax loopholes that reward his investments into the film even if they totally bomb. So if the movie loses money, the investor got a tax write-off. He's also well known for challenging his critics to a boxing match and beating the living man shit out of them. Class act. Because of his unfortunate popularity, many of my viewers have been requesting me to review one of his movies. I took a look at one of his more famous films, Alone in the Dark, and am now paying the consequences. I'd love to review the movie for you, but I do not want to sound like Stephen Hawking's speaking coach. So it looks like I'm going to pass on this one unless I can find someone to review.
Did someone say Uwe Boll? Man, I've wanted to take a shot at that cinematic Hitler for years.
How did you get in here?
I'm from the future.
What?
I'm just kidding, I broke in.
Well, not that I wouldn't want to watch the movie again with you, Spoonie, but I fear a film this bad would take at least 3 reviewers, so unless you can find someone else—
Hi, guys!
Oh Jesus, no.
I saw the nostalgia signal in the sky.
Why did I install that?
No one should have to watch Uwe Boll alone, especially with Spoonie.
Hey dude, check out what I can make the Nostalgia Critic say.
I like to wear women's clothing. I like to wear women's clothing. Well, I guess we have enough people to withstand the horrors of the bowl. So what do you say we watch Alone in the Dark with a group in the daylight?
Sounds great!
Totally looking forward to it.
Goody.
So we start off with an opening text scroll explaining the background of the story.
Mine workers discovered the first remnants of a long-lost Native American civilization, the Abkhani. The Abkhani believed there are 2 worlds on this planet, a world of light and a world of darkness.
The Abkhani were kind of stupid that way.
The Abkhani opened a gate between these worlds. The Abkhani mysteriously vanished from the Earth.
They never think to look under the fridge.
Only a few artifacts remained, hidden in the world's
Good
most—
God, how long is this?
It's like Alone in the Dark, the audiobook.
Legends. Bureau 713 began collecting Abkhani artifacts. When the government—
Guys, how much text is in this movie?
This isn't a bill for healthcare. Let's get to the friggin' action already.
There, he conducted savage experiments on orphaned children.
Boring. This is so boring. This is so boring. Get to the show.
Survived as sleepers, lost souls awaiting the moment of their calling.
Wait, I missed something. Could you start it again?
No! We don't need to see any more of that! No! So I guess 22 years before that onslaught of rambling text, there was a sweet, innocent old nun who ran a lovely little orphanage where she sold her children to the most adorable science experiments.
Wait, what?
The children are my responsibility.
We've been through this before. These children have been specially selected. It's not about a few children. It's about the future of our species.
Wow, James Lipton has found a way to become even hammier.
So one of the kids escapes from the evil experiments and hides in the safest place he can think of, a high-voltage electricity box.
But it's okay, he's saved by a flash forward to the future.
Oh no, he grew up into Christian Slater.
Did you have a nightmare? My mommy says that there's nothing to be afraid of in the dark.
My mummy also says I should pick an accent before I act. This is Edward, our main character, who makes his living as a professional monologuer.
My name is Edward Carnby, and I'm here to protect you from the things you don't believe. You see, there's a world around you that you've trained yourself not to see. So maybe you're thinking I'm an asshole scaring that kid for no reason.
No, we think you're an asshole for a lot of other reasons.
When I was 10, I lost my memory. Gone. Erased. You don't have to believe me.
Why start now?
What do you do?
I'm a paranormal investigator. I hunt and track down the strange and unusual.
I think his performance in The Wizard is an upgrade compared to this.
That cab's been following us since we left the airport.
You want me to lose him?
Wouldn't mind.
Be careful! Jesse Ventura's been known to kill people!
So they have themselves a little car chase until the Ventura douche nails them in a corner. Slater tells the cab driver not to move.
Stay down!
So long, rare white cab driver guy!
You know, for protecting us from the things we don't believe in, he really sucks at it.
So rather than just attacking the guy, he climbs up a fence, walks over a bridge, and then attacks the guy. I guess he figured he could use the exercise. You know, you don't have to beat up the door, pal. You could have just as easily gone through the window you smashed through. And here he's crashing through another window. What is with this guy and his fear of doors? Did a door kill his family?
What is with the physically impossible Street Fighter move?
Sonic boom!
Nobody can levitate a kick like that from off the ground.
Unless, of course, the man was...
Norris. So Slater tries to shoot the guy, but it turns out bullets are just like milk duds being thrown at him.
Yes, because it worked so well the first time!
So wait a minute, knocking him senseless does nothing, shooting him does nothing, but falling on a sharp pointy stick that just happens to be laying around on the ground is what kills him. That just makes no sense!
Unless, of course, that man was...
Chuck Norris!
No,
Not
that
even
makes
him.
no sense.
So we get to a scientist named Aileen, played by Tara Reid. How do we know she's a scientist? Well, because she has glasses, of course. And as we all know, any woman who has glasses is either a scientist or an adventurous librarian. As if wearing glasses makes you look any smarter. I need glasses.
It's probably for the big Alcani show.
Upcani? What the hell's Upcani?
It's an ancient Native American civilization.
Okay, yeah, don't you know, like, everyone knows about the Upcani tribe.
It was all over MTV News last week.
For sure.
So we see Slater trying to walk away from the plot when he has a sudden suspicion like he's being followed. And, he's not.
Huh. You know, from the way they were shooting, I could have sworn he was being followed.
Nope, he's just walking home with no conflicting obstacles whatsoever.
Huh. Kind of pointless, really.
Yeah.
So it turns out, a paranormal agent makes pretty good money, as he lives in what looks like a mix between a garage and a furniture showroom.
So he looks at his archaeological decoder ring to see if he can find any clues as to what it translates out to.
Son of a bitch.
We then cut to a ship in the middle of the sea where Professor Lionel Hudgens and Gordon Fisherman here make an incredible discovery. A box made out of 100% pure gold.
Whatever's inside must be worth a fortune.
Oh, you have no idea.
But faster than you can say, hands off me booty, the sailors lock the professor in another room and try to steal the box away, opening it up and releasing a horrible creature.
Oh no, my acting is going Shatner.
For some reason, everyone decides to just walk off the movie. I mean, geez, I know Uwe Ball was a horrible director, but to have all the actors just walk off the movie at the same time, that's pretty bad.
So the professor opens up the door that was just locked a second ago to find that the entire crew has been murdered. This gets the attention of the Agency of Paranormal Investigations, Bureau 713, filled with the most attractive people that GQ can afford.
There's no malfunction, sir.
Jesus Christ.
Hey look, it's that guy who consistently almost has a career.
Steven Dorff?
Yes.
So Slater makes his way back to his old orphanage in the hopes of figuring out the secrets to his past and the fact that some of his old friends are disappearing.
It's happening again.
I need your help. I want to find the others.
I'll get their files. Come on.
So let's go back the way we just came.
Blocking at its best, folks.
I was recruited into Bureau 713.
What, now we're
when I was
back
20.
here? This movie jumps around more than a Mexican jumping bean on a grasshopper on a jackrabbit on a pogo stick. This movie sucks!
So he talks with an old pal to figure out if there's anything all the people who have been disappearing recently have in common.
I, tracked down the 3 you asked me about.
Even though you are showing him 4, you moron.
Nothing much in common except they all grew up in the same orphanage.
Oh, is that all? Just the same orphanage? That's like saying, oh, they have nothing in common except for, like, that one huge thing they have in common.
So because this movie can't sit still for 2 seconds, he goes to yet another location, the museum where that archaeological hottie works.
Edward!
God, I missed you.
I thought you were dead, you asshole.
We loves Edward, we loves him so much. Oh, we hates Edward, we hates him with all our...
No, seriously, Critic, it just doesn't work unless you actually have the Gollum voice.
My precious.
No, honey, it's okay, just call it off. So Eileen analyzes the artifact and comes up with some baffling conclusions.
The thing is, they're all from different locations. Venezuela, Newfoundland, Alaska, and now this one's from Chile.
Burying them at the ends of the earth.
Yeah, but why? If you want someone to build a puzzle, why would you hide the pieces so far apart?
Because it's a puzzle, you dummy! It's supposed to be hard to solve!
Things look bad when suddenly the lights in the museum start flickering on and off, and it probably doesn't help that the security guard has just 2 days left before retirement.
Yeah, flickering lights. Uwe Boll is actually trying to scare us with flickering lights. All it's missing is a guy on a microphone trying to make scary sound effects.
Look out for the flickering lights! Oh, there may be a ghost somewhere! Remember me as a brilliant security guard.
So Edward and Aileen see the beast and try their best to get away from it.
Zool, motherfucker, zool!
Oh yeah, entrap yourself inside the building. Don't run out of the building or into the streets where someone could help you. This is much more sensible.
But thankfully, Steven Dorff and friends come in to try and save the day, and of course be an ignorant jackass as well.
Got a little soft since you left 713? Why are you still here?
I just got my ass chased around this goddamn museum by something I couldn't see. I want to know what 713 knows
You're
about
not
it.
713 anymore. Okay? That information's classified. That means it's none of your fucking business.
What about the business of that little girl?
We've got this under control.
You're right, Burke. Maybe I have gotten soft. You just keep walking.
Is he trying to out Slater, Christian Slater?
So Edward goes to the old doctor friend he saw earlier to see if he's discovered anything about the Jesse Ventura guy.
Why the hell was he trying to kill me?
This might have something to do with it. Never seen this kind of symbiosis before. This must be why his entire nervous system was compromised.
If by compromised you mean invincible!
Scanner's still giving a rating.
What?
Well, it appears you have one too. Oh, we got a cutscene. I'll tell you later. Guy.
So we see the Professor guy apparently has been keeping some of these monsters for himself, taking their blood and injecting it into his own. What does this have to do with the story? Nothing. Uwe Boll is just a weird fuck.
That's good, MacGuffin.
The man who attacked me yesterday was...
Shut up!
I found in
Good lord, he can monologue about anything. I was on my way to get my prostate checked.
I suddenly realized I forgot to TiVo Lost.
Why the hell was I in Star Trek 6?
But his monologuing doesn't last long as he's interrupted by Aileen dropping by his place. Well, perhaps she's come to share some info or figure out why he lied about being dead, or... maybe she's just a whore.
Well, but, I mean, what kind of woman acts like this? Just breaks into your home and starts making out with you. Granted, I wish more women acted like that, but this is really pushing it.
Maybe she left her keys inside his mouth and can only get it out with her tongue.
In fact, how come there's no narration here? Don't you think this would be an interesting spot to have a monologue?
I couldn't believe this chick. I mean, she just broke into my home and started doing me.
Maybe it's that new Axe body spray, or the fact that I started bathing again.
Why the hell was I in Star Trek 6?
Seems all the pieces fit together.
Oh, is that what you call what we just did? I mean, I slapped you after we hugged. You don't even want to know what I'm going to do after we had sex. Cha.
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 Uh-oh, Uwe Boll's turning the light switch on and off again, which must mean there's danger nearby.
Stay there.
I'll bravely abandon you so you can fend for yourself.
So they're approached by more people with compromised nervous systems, but luckily their magic glowing bullets hurt them now.
Zua, motherfucker! Zua, you a-hole!
How many more are there?
Oh great, the whole fight scene is shot in the dark so you can't see the action. Luckily Dorf and the gang try again to save the day.
How do they even know these guys are evil? They could have been innocent civilians who just wandered in. Whoa, it's all these flashing lights! Oh, not radical. I brought science!
Pizza delivery!
James!
Hey, Bert!
What? He didn't even hit her! I mean, look at it. It goes right above her head. Was the shock that somebody was trying to kill her just too much for her to handle?
Actually think about it, that gunshot was computer generated, so the director actually had to say in post-production make sure that shot doesn't hit her. What a cocksucking douchebag.
It's like he's taunting us with how bad he is. Like he can post anything he wants and yet somehow he'll still stay rich. Only in America.
And yet ironically, with a German.
What the hell's going on here?
I got a feeling this is just the beginning.
How long is this movie?
This movie has a talent for somehow having too much plot and yet no plot at all.
That's funny, man.
So they put together that all the nasty monsters and zombie people are coming from this one cave or mine or something. So they load up and get ready to go snooping around.
Wait for my command! We've got 3 perimeters of flashlight set up, Gatling gun set to electromagnetic motion tracking, and every available agent in the vicinity is here. But command.
I don't care what you have to do.
I
Get
do
more
love
bodies
just
down here
random
now.
yelling.
Look at this place. We need more.
All right, you got it.
I want full perimeter around this situation. We got a hard target search. I
gotta have more cowbell.
So everybody suits up and guards the cave to make sure no monsters or zombie folk can break in. And it's probably a bad thing to mention that every single one of these soldiers has just 2 days left before retirement.
So about the next 10 minutes of film is pretty much just our heroes roaming through Big Thunder Mountain here. Padding, 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 padding. Hey look, a wall! That's different!
Hello.
See, that's what happens when you go up against Sub-Zero.
So as you'd imagine, a bunch more of those HR Geiger droppings attack the soldiers.
But that doesn't stop our heroes from still snooping around.
I don't think we're supposed to be here.
You're an idiot.
What? John, lay down, lay down. Relax, everything's gonna be fine.
Well, she's a goner.
Shoot it? Shoot it? Try shooting it, guys! And yeah, she's dead now. Thanks a lot, Bureau 713's finest.
You guys, check this out. It's a warning. It says once you make it down here alive, you're already dead.
But if you come down here dead, you'll become alive.
Yeah, but if you're half dead and half alive, then you might have a better chance of getting fixed.
But then again,
Of
if
course,
you're
there
half
are
dead or
black
half alive
lanterns, zombies
guys
like
put out
that.
special
maybe there's a
rate.
chance for
Maybe
the
some
mumbo
stars,
jumbo
we're
man
taking
to
out
get
ours,
you
but
back
if
and
you're
receive
recharged,
the
the
right
Spock
after
by
you
the way,
get
it's down
dust,
to the
nothing
Gentleman's planet,
explodes into
Spock
the
gets
sun.
up.
Come on, let's move.
Hey, wait a minute, she tilted her head up. Play that again.
Oh! What is with that? How do you get away with that? I guess Steven Dorff was right. She really would be okay.
Nobody associated with this movie is okay.
So the GI schmoes work their way into a dark laboratory where they make an astonishing discovery.
713. They implanted us with those things.
We've been trying to stop something. They created the whole time. My guys are dying out there for nothing. For fucking nothing! God damn it!
Oh, yeah, you do that thing.
I'm acting. I like to wear women's clothing. I like to wear...
Now it says if you made it to this door, you weren't intimidated by the other door.
The answers I've been looking for my whole life could be on the other side of this thing.
Some doors are meant to stay shut.
Yeah, like the DVD case to this movie.
I spent 20 years looking for the key for that door. Does this place bring back memories, Carnby? You were my last failure here. If you hadn't escaped, 713 would never have shut down my experiments.
And I would have gotten away with it too if it hadn't been for you pesky kids! Ruh-roh! Ow, and that mangy dog!
Scooby-Dooby-Doo.
So Dorff does a perfect underhanded throw to the guy's chest. So then they open the door and find that all sorts of monsters are there ready to meet the world. They decide the only logical thing to do is what all people with explosives do. Explode things. So Dorff sacrifices himself, don't ask, he just does, as Edward and Aileen get out through a back way that leads, coincidentally, back to the orphanage.
Wait a minute, it was night a second ago, now it's day. That makes no sense.
What do you know? Haven't you heard of suspension of disbelief?
So now with the monsters blown up, everything is fine, right? No! For it turns out some other group of monsters that was never explained or shown to us attacked the city while they were fighting in the cave, resulting in a complete evacuation of the entire city, all in one night! Wow! That's a lot to buy, movie! That is a lot to buy!
One night. They evacuated the city in one night. Holy fuckballs, is this stupid?
And you know what makes it really tragic is that everyone in the city had just 2 days left till retirement.
Shut up.
And on top of that, didn't those monsters just do a dandy cleanup job? I mean, wow, there's not a speck of debris or a drop of blood on the ground. These are the cleanest of Hell's demonic minions ever.
And just when you thought this movie couldn't possibly rip off any other famous horror films, tell me what this reminds you of. Watch Evil Dead much?
So that was Uwe Ball's Alone in the Dark. How does it fare up? Horrible!
It's god-awful!
Deplorable.
I can see why this guy is called the next Ed Wood. His stories make no sense, there's no originality, the plot holes are just gigantic, and on top of all that, it has nothing to do with the game it was based on.
There, it's over. Now leave.
Oh, come on, I got all these other Uwe Boll movies we can watch, like House of the Dead.
Remember to buy Revolution of the Mask.
Why, what about Dungeon Siege?
Hey, you leave him alone!
Well, if you want to watch some hot chicks, I got Blood Rain. Blood Rain 2.
5.
5.
Why you gotta be so mean? We can watch Seed. That's it, Critic. It's on now.
I'm the nostalgic critic. I remember it so you don't have to.